This is a short video about an app called Seeing AI. It's a very specialist app, and generally it's been designed for people with a visual impairment, but it can be used in quite lots of different ways. That's quite easy to use, even compared with some of the other apps. So going across the ones across the bottom, first of all, it's obviously organized in a way that will support people with a visual impairment. So the first thing it actually does is short text.
For example, quiet please, examination in progress. Neuroid kids and quiet please, examination in progress.
Just by scanning over it, you don't need to press any of the buttons. You just hover over it and it will read the information there.
Document.
Next along, we have a document. So again, you can scan in a document, take a quick photograph of it.
Processing.
It processes it. And it then turns it into information that it can then be read out loud to you.
Neurodiversity is a term that seems to be everywhere these days, and increasingly.
You can then export it if you like, bottom right hand corner. So you can export it to another app if you wish to. You can annotate it, you can add other pages and so on. Next up is barcode reader. So what it will do is it does, like it says, read a barcode.
Very original / liquid.
So, or for example, if we go back again and try something else.
Processing. Still natural mineral water.
So again, very useful if someone's not sure what something is and needs to check it and can use the barcode to do that. Then we have something that looks at people and identifies them. Now, if it doesn't know who someone is, it will actually just do a general description. It will say, this is a 22-year-old male who appears happy, and something like that. If, however, it does recognize you because it's actually they've seen you before, or if you've been put in the information and it's stored away.
One face near Joe Biden near top edge. Joe Biden near center. 2 meters away. One face, 0 faces.
It recognizes that's the president of the United States, Joe Biden, because that's already been put in there. Let's try someone else.
Derek near center, less than a meter away.
So there you go. That's me, Derek.
0 faces.
So at least I know who I am. So again, it recognizes that. Very useful if you're in a room with people you don't recognize, you don't know who they are, and you've got your camera, especially if you have that visual impairment. Next across the bottom, again with a visual impairment, if you're finding it difficult to be able to read notes, I'll see which kind of particular notes it is.
£10.
It will tell you that that's a £10 note. So again, you can do that. If you're looking around and you're not sure about the area.
Processing. A room with computers and chairs.
A room with computers and chairs. So, and again, you can then look into that in a bit more detail, share that information, save that photo and so on. Across the bottom.
Color, grey and black.
You can recognize colors.
Green. Blue.
And so on.
Grey.
It can
handwriting,
recognize
preview.
Handwriting, so handwritten areas can be looked at.
Processing.
So,
assignment deadlines the 24th of October, Part 1, the 15th of November, Part 2 final submission the 29th of November.
So it reads them out to you, and it also stores them in a usable format below that you can then share, or you can save that information. And the final part is it looks at whether something is light or dark. If it's dark, it's a low tone, but as it gets lighter, it raises the tone. So someone with visual impairment can actually see whether they're in an area that is light or dark and so on. That's Seeing AI. Hopefully, if you don't find it useful, you can suggest or recommend it to someone who will. But thank you very much for listening. This is an update about the previous video I've just done. The video was about Envision, and what I said during the video was that a few weeks ago I did a video about Seeing AI, which, as you can see, the top right hand corner of the screen there. And the problem with AI was that it wasn't available on Android phones, it was only available on iPhones. Actually, an update, it is now available for free on Android phones as well. So if you prefer to look at Seeing AI rather than Envision, it's now available. And actually, it's also got the one feature in Envision that was new. It's also had that embedded as well in the last few weeks. So all this has come about in the last few weeks. So clicking on Seeing AI.
Welfare event document.
If we a quick whiz through that just to sort of show how it works on Seeing AI. We take a photograph
Processing.
of the document. And then all the information is exactly the same as it was previously on the previous video, which you'd have to have a look at. You can export that text. That text now editable. You can have the text read out loud
Welfare
to
of
you,
animals transport.
and fast forward and rewind and pause and so on. You can upload it. The bottom right hand corner with a little box with the up arrow. You can upload it to a Word document and so on. But the thing that's been added is the speech bubble with a question mark in it. That is the opportunity you've got to interrogate, ask questions of the document, as in the previous app. So bottom right hand, you can type your question in the text box there, in the dialog box, or you can click the microphone icon in the bottom right hand corner, which is what I'm going to do. So that shows the new facility that's been added to Seeing AI, and you can have the choice now. You can use Envision or you can use Seeing AI because they both do very similar kinds of things. That's a quick update. So thank you very much for watching and listening.